What's up, everybody? It's Unique here. It's been a little minute. Definitely going through some spiritual shifting. Just doing a mini quick video this morning of a reading that I did. Had about 5 cards, and I used the deck, The Enchanted Map by Coletta Baron Reed, Oracle cards. Pretty awesome cards. They can do reverse and upright, and then of course they come with the ultimate little kind of guidebook here of what everything means. So starting with the first card is a reversed mountain, and you can definitely see the face and everything, and if you look at it just from my perspective, it's like a light shining on like an open doorway, but that's not the doorway. The doorway is right here. So it's almost like a secret hidden doorway type. And just read what it says here. Alright, so the reversed mountain is basically me saying there is an obstacle to your inquiry. This is not the time to move forward. Wait a while. Be patient, and a way around the mountain will be revealed. Pushing forward isn't in your highest good. Don't try to climb too high to grasp the prize that seems out of reach, because it is, for now. If you exceed your limits, you'll find yourself tumbling down, and you'll get hurt. Remain open to a new possibility rather than stubbornly forging ahead. And with this one, it's very interesting because lately, like I said, I've been definitely doing a lot of shifting, and I recently had just tried to go to a Kundalini yoga class just this past Friday, yesterday morning actually, and here I went to the wrong yoga studio, but I guess it was good. I mean, I did end up missing the whole class because you can't really go in late, and I was thinking to myself, maybe I'm just not quite ready, because honestly, Kundalini, like, you hear so many different things, and people say, oh, it's bad, like, you don't want it, if you can't control it, it can harm you, da da da. Definitely so much surfacing around online about it, and I did more researching, I did more watching documents, reading different articles on it, and I truly believe I've already experienced the Kundalini energy flow. And I have more of an idea and understanding about it than I did previously yesterday. So with that, I feel like I just need to keep on learning, understanding, and then I'll be fine. And then thankfully the classes at this studio are only once a week, at least for the beginners class, and then I believe on Sunday evenings they have another, I'm assuming it's more of an advanced Kundalini yoga class, but I'm not going to do that one until I finish the first one, the beginners class, which is going to be on a Friday morning. But again, I believe that's where this card is kind of relaying me to. And I've also been having so much sinus pressure going on, and I've been thinking I'm stuck in a loop for the past 3 months. Every end of the month, I have so much sinus pressure, and I don't know what's going on. And I try to take the natural remedy of things, wasn't working, so I gave in. I went to the doctors, and I tried antibiotics. Those didn't work either. And then just this past end of the month, basically where we're coming up to now, I'm realizing that it definitely probably is signs of the Kundalini energy. So with this card, how it's basically saying to take it easy, I can also look at it as there's a couple other little side project things that I've been interested in, and I do definitely tend to take on mentally more than I can chew, so to speak. But I'm gonna just kind of pause that, focus on the understanding of the Kundalini, because this sinus pressure, y'all, oh my goodness, like I can't barely stand it. Like, I've tried oils, I've tried the garlic, raw garlic, it works for a little while, but I constantly have to keep eating it, and it's definitely as a process, but I definitely want to get back into doing that practice of eating at least 2 to 3 cloves of raw garlic a day. It can get a little stressful trying to squeeze it in with my daily schedule, just with my children and classes myself. But I need to make it work because it definitely, I could feel it instantly relieving the pressure. Then also I have this elderberry oil spray. This is that ease spray I was talking about. See if I can get it to focus. Herbal sinus ease spray. Sinus ease oral spray. My bad, I have like dyslexia sometimes. Anyway, I got it at Whole Foods and it's amazing. It has, totally probably pronouncing it incorrectly, but Encenia, elderberry, and the gold sinnel. Just literally like 2 sprays of this and it releases the sinus pressure. It's so awesome. Definitely Chinese herbs and everything. Yeah, I can't recommend this enough. I think it's like maybe $7 or $8.99. I know it's like under $10, but more than worth it. More than worth it. All right, back to the cards here. This one, the next one is Commitment, which is reversed. You can kind of see like a hand reaching out, some kind of like, looks like magic coming down. To me, this kind of looks like a dragonfly. However, yeah, to me, this looks like a dragonfly. Maybe angel wings, something like that. But, and then you can see like the hearts and stars down here as well. So, maybe I'll try to like set the card here so it's easier to look at and not so much glare, because I did turn on some lights because it's been a little past early morning. All right, commitment. A true commitment is a responsibility of the heart, mind, body, and soul. This is a good time to make one. However, I got a reversed commitment. So, this is going to be, you may be walking into a commitment or contract you will later regret. This isn't a good time to sign agreements or make any choice that would tie you up for a long period. If you're in a relationship, you may not receive the commitment you desire. Don't despair, for something much better awaits you. Now is also the time for agreements to be broken. Remember that rejection is God's protection. I love that. What hurts you now leads to wisdom later. See if I can switch the camera here. Nope. Can't do it. Yeah? No. Okay. I thought I could. Yeah. So with this, basically, trying to understand exactly what I was thinking earlier, because again, time has passed since I started the video, time lapsing. Like I said, I love the rejection is God's protection. It's not always a good idea, again, with those side projects that I really like doing. Not always the best time to start anew. And that's, again, going back with the reverse mountain card as well. It's like a double reminder here to just kind of pause on life and just be steady and easy and continue what I'm doing and don't really take on more than I can handle in the moment. All right, and for our next one, we have a right side up coming to life card. I love this card because it definitely has like the oracles up in her hand, the energy source, and her outfit is like phenoms, and different butterflies coming down, or up, I should say, and like she's sprouting from the earth, basically. So, super cool card. And find what it is. Coming to life is something beautiful is being born in your life, which is awesome. Upright. When you look at your life, can you see how you've grown and evolved over time? Perhaps you've shed skins and identities. Flip the page. Perhaps you've shared skins and identities and created new ones, or at the very least matured in your ideas about yourself and the world you inhabit. This is definitely so true. You know, things take time, and Spirit's timetable is rarely in sync with your own. Again, true, because we're all trying to rush around and do all these things instead of just kind of like taking it with a grain of salt and staying focused. We get sidetracked. Hence, again, my little side projects. Repetition. This card indicates that a long-held dream is beginning to show signs of life. You must try not to coax it along or shape it according to your desires. Spirit knows the best form for the manifestation of this dream, and your life can become even better than you could possibly imagine. Now is the time for reverence and awe. Allow the contours of your path to be carved by the hands of the divine. All you have to do is show up. I love that because it's literally just keep it pushing. It's what I say a lot. Keep it pushing and stay focused on your daily instead of, again, rushing. Oh my gosh, I got to get this and this and this and this done. Which for me, sometimes I feel like when I'm rushing, it makes, I guess, my mentality set better because I feel like I'm doing more. But then I find in the long run, I haven't. And then I like have a mini self letdown because I've had like umpteen things on my list to do today, my to-do list, and then I've only gotten 4 done. But out of the maybe 10 to 12 things that I have, the 10 to 12 things are unrealistic in doing in a 24-hour period. Like finishing a 10-page essay for bio. Like my professor allows a week to have it finished. Logically, with everything I do in a day, I cannot finish it in a day. I cannot finish it in 24 hours. Hence him allowing the week for preparation and to be delivered and turned in. So rearranging my mentality facing my reality is a very good idea. And this card basically puts it into play that all the little things that I am accomplishing, those checkoffs on my to-do list that I am doing, are paying off. Like slowly but surely, they're paying off. But definitely, again, with the commitment and the mountain card, just reevaluating my reality. Reality, I say it in quotes, because it's not always necessary to complete things in 24-hour period. All right. Moving on to the next one. We have movement reversed. So this one's super fun. Definitely, you can see the ostrich with the legs coming out. If you look at it upside down, which we are, you can think of these, or at least I think of these as, instead of the legs like being legs, they can be like branches or roots upcoming out of the ground, even though we are reversed. But just kind of like there's a seed at the bottom and the roots are coming, the roots are growing, and eventually can turn green. And then I thought it was super interesting, this hot air balloon. I don't have any relevance as far as what it means in my mind, but it's super bright red, super cute, and it's just like, I don't know, like it definitely signifies something, but I haven't fully settled on what it means to me. And then we have this awesome windmill at the very bottom, well, looking reversed at the bottom of the ostrich. So very interesting card. And again, it is a reversed movement card. We're on 28 here. Reversed movement. Okay. Movement in itself is you are in a time of positive forward motion. However, this is a reversed movement card. So, do you feel as if you're walking in circles? Yeah, because I've definitely been in a loop for the past 3 months, but I'll go back into that again later. Consider the spiral that travels up and around. 2 steps forward, 5 steps back. Even backward movement helps you progress and reach your goal. You may need to revisit some of the places where you forgot to look for treasure. Super interesting. Another message is this: lessons need repeating for those who refuse or are unable to learn them the first time. Consider this another invitation to mastery. And I absolutely love that, because it's like, if you just look at simple studying, doing geometry, you're going to keep kind of getting flustered if it's the first time you're learning. But if it's just like a review, a refresher, you're like, oh yeah, I got this. But then even in reviewing, excuse me, even in reviewing, you might catch something to where you're like, oh my gosh, this is a total shortcut, so I don't have to do like all of this to find the letter to, I don't know, x equals y to the third power or something. But with this, with our life lessons, with me being in that loop the past 3 months, every end of the month, I believe I spoke about this earlier in the video, but again, time lapse, I keep having sinus pressure, and I'm pretty sure it's from the Kundalini energy kind of trying to flow up, and I guess release from my head would be the final step. I'm definitely still researching, still investigating, and understanding exactly everything that's going on with me. But it makes sense because, again, natural remedies didn't work. The garlic did so much. And then antibiotics definitely didn't work at all. And then we just have, like, I'm not really feeling sick. Like, I'll be super wiped, but then I am an empath, and then also clairsentient. So that's been extra strong lately, but then also venturing more into and unleashing your Kundalini energy. It increases all of that. So super sensitive. I switched to doing vegan about, oh my, I think we're going into like, it's got to be 4 to 5 months, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe a little bit shorter than that, but something close to there. Yeah, so cutting everything out, I was basically just did no dairy, did no gluten, and then as far as meats had went, I had just done chicken and seafood for the past 2+ years, and then the one day I was just like, this is not settling right with me. I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna try to cut it out, and that basically sealed the deal, and I was vegan from then on. Being vegan and gluten-free is slightly difficult because a lot of things they want to sub out like the meat for the gluten, and it kind of gets frustrating. But I mean, you get it down to a science of, you know, what you can and can't eat, and you can never go wrong with the fruits and veggies. So pretty much almost anywhere but like fast food chains, that's excluding Chick-fil-A and Panera. That's like, Panera's like the stretch of my fast food. But everywhere basically has like fruits and veggies. So worst comes to worst, that's what it is. A lot of times I'm craving hot food and I want to do like a quinoa mushroom onion saute or something like that. Lots of protein and definitely banging. But anyway, way off topic of the card. But yeah, that's the movement. And then finally we have we have a reversed into the unknown. Now this one totally reminds me of like Alice in Wonderland, like the Queen of Hearts, even though definitely super darker version of Queen of Hearts. But if you look at it, oh, and I'm just noticing like a little monster guy right there. Cute. Eye, like mouth and tongue, teeth. Not scary, but just like interesting. I don't know if you can fully see it. Yeah. Looks a little interesting, but then you also notice like the silhouettes. To me, it looks like of women, at least this one, just because the bottom is like slightly not there. So if you think of like a mannequin where you would make clothes and everything. But super cute, super cool. The red, almost like flame type going on. And then if you do look, she is on a chessboard. But then this is a reversed into the unknown. So, number 7. Look at this one here. All right. Just regular into the unknown would be trust and all will be revealed. But then I have reversed. So reversed goes inexperience plus overconfidence can lead you into a dangerous situation for which you're unprepared. Always remember that wisdom comes from experience. Keep an open mind and enter this part of your journey with alert eyes. Do not assume you know this territory. You may not recognize what is hidden by camouflage. This is not a time for careless adventure. Now, when I got this one, after I did all of these, the reverse mountain, the reverse commitment, the upright coming to life, reverse movement, and then finally we're on the reverse into the unknown. Like with all of these, again, Kundalini energy, and just how I was originally upset that I had missed that yoga the other day, or yesterday morning, actually. My timeline mentality is just like super off right now. But yesterday morning, it puts a lot of things in perspective of how I need to slow my roll. And even though I am feeling the sinus pressure and all of that, again, you hear good and bad with the Kundalini, like, don't open it, do open it, don't open it. And then some other videos that I've watched, like, everyone's is already awakened. But if you go into the Indian culture, it's like they straight are constantly saying, like, when you awaken and da-da-da, you will feel da-da-da. And you can have Kundalini symptoms and all this stuff to where you're literally supposedly feeling almost like a fleshy, crawly, like snake-like energy going up your spine. Now for me, how mine felt, I was going more towards, I believe I was meditating when I felt mine. Meditating and just trying like a little different methods, because 9 times out of 10 when I start to meditate, I have my feet on the floor just because of my room situation right now. I'm doing a little remodeling, but my meditation space, my feet on the floor, I'm sitting on a chair, and I try to sit straight up with my spine as straight as possible and just breathe. And I think and I imagine a light source coming from the earth up into my spine, like shooting up into my spine while I'm doing some deep prana breathing. And with this, like, I think one of the first 2 times, probably the second time that I actually did that with my feet planted, my mentality focused on that light source energy shooting up through my spine, I felt such a spiritual high, an energy high, to where like my whole entire body tingled and I like was shivering, but nothing bad. Like it was just totally almost like euphoric in a way. And I just wanted to like breathe and do it again. So that's what I did. And it's even giving me like chills and goosebumps right now thinking about it. Like, look, oh, know if you can see, I have like goosebumps and like my hair is sticking up, but yeah. But I literally was just like mind blown at how much I felt that. And when I did that, to me, now that I'm looking back and learning more of the Kundalini energy and awakening, supposed awakening, and all of these things, it really makes sense to me, as that's basically what's been going on with me. Again, with the sinus pressure and not understanding. And my first instinct mentality with the sinus pressure, I originally had thought it was my third eye trying to open. And I don't believe my third eye is finally open. I know it's like probably been peaking, because like every once in a while I'll have like these super crazy dreams, or just my insight is stronger, my empath feeling is stronger, my empathy feeling is stronger. Definitely the clairsentient vibes and just things that I pick up is just like way up there, way out there. So kind of trying to reground myself and pushing the meditation, even though I haven't done it as much as I've wanted to, but just trying to make an effort in doing this. But all of these things are leading me towards the Kundalini energy. Different videos that happen to pop up on YouTube, because I'm constantly watching documentaries. I barely ever listen to music anymore, like regular, like radio music. When my kids are in the car, sometimes they want to hear different things. A lot of times I just want to listen to instrumentals, like dubsteps that are higher vibration, higher frequencies. When I'm studying, I'll do Mozart or Beethoven, some kind of like um, classical, and then like, I want to use the word educational, but it's not really, like intelligent, like sounds and vibrations. And then of course, when I go to sleep, I listen to either a 432 hertz or anything above that higher um, binaural beat meditation to sleep, and it definitely helps. If I don't have it playing, it's like I can't go to sleep. But just all these things happening, changing, adjusting myself, and then all these here, like just kind of like splash in the face, like, hello, make sure you're focused on what you're doing. And I happen to go to a market that I don't always get to go to, and I had just picked up some shungite, and it was pretty interesting that I got called or like vibed with this stone crystal, because it's strictly for like bacterial issues, sinus issues, all that stuff like that. And how I was feeling, I'm just like searching, like so searching for an answer and understanding why I'm looping, why I keep getting this pressure. So this definitely helped, and I've been wearing it every day, sleeping with it under my pillow. And then along with this, I got this one, and I am totally gonna mispronounce it. I already know. Oh, mispronounce it. I believe it is pronounced ungatite or something like that. Sorry, I had to like sneeze. But with this, it's like, it looks black, but it's really not. It's like a super dark, greenish color almost. You can kind of see like slate green fragments up at the top here. But it's an excellent stone that goes along with the shungite, which I was like, awesome, like this is so cool, like the two stones and crystals that I get attracted to are exactly what I need. And I'm so hyped to go to this vendor's area again, because they do it in like 3 different markets around here. Some of them I have to drive like a little over half an hour, but that's totally fine, because I was going to a holistic store that was about probably an hour and 20 minutes away from me. So, because I don't mind ordering online, but for me, when I do crystals, I like to like physically hold them in my hand, in my palm, and close my eyes and just feel the energy, try to vibe with it and make sure that this is the one for me, this is what I need. So with these two, it was super awesome because they're both like, this one enhances the shungite, and they both are for like, again, the bacterial and such like that, and definitely grounding. So super awesome that I have those two. And then just mini spread going on. I have the rose quartz. I believe that's the rose quartz. Clear quartz. Oh my goodness gracious. Totally slipping my mind. I think it's like selenite. I really gotta be better on my stones, but I do have a book that I looked them up if I can't always remember what they're called. And I do not ever, like, never, ever, ever do I buy a stone and not understand what its purpose is, what its meaning is, because I just don't do that. Unless somebody, like, gives it to me and they're like if I'm at a vendor or a holistic store or something, and they're just like, oh, this would do really well with you. But even still, like, with these two, I know what the shungite is, and I'm surprised that I haven't ever gotten one before. I think I have like a smaller one somewhere, but as far as the necklace and everything, and then it's flat, so it can be like a pocket stone as well, because I couldn't decide. I'm like, I don't know if I want it as a necklace or a pocket stone, and then he suggested this one because it's flat and I can put it in my pocket, but then it's also on a necklace, so I can wear it if I need to. But this one, amplifying, and was interesting because he had some that like had the little like pendant necklaces on the top, or pendants, and like they just kind of like were like this, and then the one was like super long, one was like this long probably, and I was like, ooh, like for some reason like that was catching my eye. And then he just was kind of laughing because it is funny how like our bodies know, they vibe with certain frequencies, and we're just like, this is what we need. This is what I need right now because this is what you're going through. And if you really listen to your body, you can understand so much. Like we spend so much time rushing and trying to check to-do lists and do everything like that, instead of really tuning in and listening and to hear our body and our frequencies to what we need. And it's just very crazy, all the things that have been happening. But this one is definitely the rose quartz. This one, it looks like rose quartz, but I don't believe it is. But it could just be kind of like a different texturing of it. I know there's so many different stones and everything. Again, another one of the Celestine. Okay, so I literally had to look this up because it was just bothering me, and I'm like, I'm trying to give y'all info, and I want it to be the correct info, and that definitely plays a part into my videos because I learned so much, I study so much, and just kind of like trying to retain it, I think, is my issue sometimes. But I just want to do the best I possibly can be, but then I want to share what I learned because I definitely am studying like consistently. But anyway, these two stones right here are calcite, so totally not what I was thinking. Okay, yeah, these two are the calcite, and basically what they do again is they're good for healing, angelic guidance, and they're an energy amplifier. And I find it funny because I literally am like, when I go to school or even just out in my daily activities, I get a certain amount of pocket stones that I pick up and just put them in my pockets, and I just vibe with them. Like if I need them on my left pocket or my right pocket, I literally will sometimes put them in my bra. I don't put these in my bra because these are like way too big, but the tiny rose quartz I will. And then I have like super tiny, they're probably like half the size of amethyst. Put them in my bra along with the rose quartz, and yeah, just like extra protection, extra energy vibes going on. Clear quartz again. And this is the one that is the Celestine, I believe. I literally just looked it up because I'm like, I need to know. Yeah, celestite. So it's calming, it's good for intuition, serendipity, and angelic inspiration. Also, with this. If you're wanting to, as far as the angel guidance and whatnot, your higher self, and then also if you have loved ones that are no longer with you in this realm, it's good to have it around. It just kind of helps increase that energy flow. And again, if it's more in your mindset, then so be it. But I mean, you cannot literally go, I mean, some people can if they're like super, super like nodded, they're super asleep, they have no idea if they're awake or not. And personally, if you're one of those people, I really doubt that you would be watching any of my videos tuned to the frequency we need to be adjusting to. And then if you are and you don't fully understand what this is, definitely leave a comment for any of these if you want more information. My cards as well, if you would like a reading or something like that. We can try to do something like that as well. But this one is super great for just getting that energy, and it's kind of hard for me to hold it in my hand. I mean, I do, but then this is more like a base of the rock and the crystals on the top. But if I just kind of place it in my hand like this, I can do that, and sometimes I'll just kind of like hold it. But then it is a fragile crystal, so I try to be careful. I think I might have squeezed one off already, but sometimes I'll also just like hold it upside down and just gently put my hands over, and that way that crystal side is in my palm. So like the energy is focused more going inside my body than out. Just a personal thing that I have. I try to do that with everything, or even different other crystals. Like for these, there's more of a flat side and not a flat side, and I just kind of put them on my palm and just feel around like which one feels better. This one's not so much because it's like digging into my hand right here. But then if I flip it over and kind of put it in this groove of my palm here, like right here, and then I put my hand closed, it's like almost a perfect fit, and it's not like stabbing. It looks like it's stabbing, but it's not stabbing. And then just vibe with it, and it just feels amazing. You feel like all this tingly, awesome energy flowing inside, and the more you focus on the crystal in your palm, you focus your intention in your palm on the crystal, and then just the flow of it and feeling, it'll start to kind of strengthen, I guess you could say, strengthen its energy. And because your focus is where it's at, I tell you. All right, moving on. Definitely, again, I have the fluorite, and you can kind of see it's got that purpley. This one's more purpley. Sometimes it looks blue, but different kind of coloring in it, which is awesome. And then this one, fluorite, is great for focus, productivity, creativity, and anti-inflammatory. This is just like almost an overall great stone to have. I mean, it definitely amplifies any other stones that you have. I can't say enough about this stone. It's very good one to have. It's kind of like should be in your necessity kit, if you know what I mean. Tiger's eye. Tiger's eye is kind of like a brownish stone. Usually they're smoothed out, but you can find raw tiger's eye. I have not yet, but I also haven't really been looking, so I'm sure that different stores that I go to definitely have it. But yeah, tiger's eye. And about it is, it's great for social change, activating different chakras, different thing that's going on. It enhances courage, and then it's also a great protection stone. And it's with your sacral, root, and solar plexus chakras. So it's definitely a very good stone to have around for those. And again, the fluorite is your heart, throat, or crown chakra. And I promise you guys I'll like get a better system down to this, but I'm still working on it. And probably another reason that I do this one, the calcite, again, it's like an amplifier because it varies your chakras. So it doesn't really have a specific one. It just is kind of like wherever you need it. And then also depending upon color. So this one is more like a yellow color. So to me, I would say go more with your solar plexus. If you had a darker one, or well, yeah, darker would kind of get into like a brown. It could be your sacral, and then a reddish one, it would be with your root. But very multi-purpose stone, crystal. The rose quartz is for your heart. It's a pink, usually any pink or green is for your heart chakra. It's a very cleansing crystal, grounding, kind of like protection stone. Yeah, love, compassion, kindness, tenderness. It's heart, your heart chakra, so everything your heart should be. Amethyst, of course. Amethyst is great. Purpley color. This one is more raw, and I happen to find it literally, I think, in the bottom of my closet. I'm like, how in the world did it even ever get there? I don't know. I still don't know. I'm just like, awesome. I found it. And I love when I find crystals that I haven't seen for a long time, because it's just like, a lot of times if I lose them, I'm like, it's okay, like someone else needs them more than me. But personally, the bottom of my closet does not need this gorgeous crystal more than I do. But apparently, I wasn't ready for it. Even though I do have a few amethyst crystals. This one is super raw, and I love it. But it's for transformation, protection, addiction release. So people who have addiction problems via alcohol, different drugs, it's great for you. And of course, it helps you with sleep, which is awesome because usually I'm sleeping with an amethyst under my pillow, but for some reason I was not. But I probably had a better purpose for it at the moment, because otherwise it would have been in my little bag. But anyway, it's a crown chakra, which is awesome because, again, with the protection, it just kind of, I look at it as putting like a graceful blanket over your head when you have it. Kind of like an invisible type cloak. Super awesome. And what else do we have? We have this guy. This guy. I did put it up last time. I don't remember if I posted that video or not. I think I might not have because it didn't work properly, but that's why we're doing this one. But this one right here is, I'm probably pronouncing it incorrectly, Shalistini. It can be blue or pink. This one's blue, and it's for stress relief, self-care, healing, and soothing energies. I definitely sleep with this every night, and it's phenomenal. Like, I can literally go to putting my head, as soon as like I'm about to put my head on the pillow, like just, I'm kind of like in the vicinity of like my head's here and the pillow's here. And like, as soon as I get in alignment with like going down, I feel the energy from it, and it's just phenomenal, and it's super calming, and it gets me ready to go to sleep, because sometimes I do have issues going to sleep. And it's the throat or heart chakra, which is awesome and interesting slightly because you wouldn't really think with the heart chakra either usually being pink or green that it would be that, but this one is blue. But again, the pink one would mainly probably work a lot better towards the heart chakra. But if you didn't have a pink one, like I don't, you could definitely use the blue one as well, just because of its purpose. When doing chakra balancing and aligning, I find it's best to go with the color. But then if you're at a tight squeeze and you only have like umpteen amount of crystals, go more for their meaning and their source. And then you can always, with your purpose, blowing air, prana, intention with them to signify what they mean to you, what you need them to do for you. So yeah, that's that one. And then we have, and then. Oh my goodness. Okay, one of my super favorite, again, this one is super fragile. I have it still in, it has like, oh my gosh, I'm pretty sure you call this like saran wrapping around it, just clear saran wrapping around it, just to keep it from falling apart. You can even see like at the bottom here, if it'll focus, at the bottom how it's just kind of cracked different ways through the crystal. But I basically try to not use it so much, even though I use it every day. I sleep with it again. I sleep with it under my pillow, and it definitely helps me so much. It's great for cleansing, clearing, and the moon magic. And one of these days, I'm going to actually try to take all my crystals out. Probably more so in the summer, just because the weather has been so crazy and cold. And again, trying to keep my sinuses under control, even with the Kundalini or not. I don't want to get sick. Don't have patience for being sick, even though I will if I need to. I need to watch my words here. But I'd rather not be sick because I just function a lot better when I'm not. But anyway, moon magic. If you can take your crystals underneath a full moon in particularly, because that's like the most energetic time for the moon, for absorbing the moon magic, moon energy. You take them outside. You can lay them out on like something like this, or like a towel, or like not like you want to be gentle. Everything, all the crystals are sacred, so you treasure them just like you would like hypothetically a diamond or whatever. They're supposed to be your friends. They're your energy companions, and they try to take care of you, so you need to take care of them. But you just go out, you can lay out even too. You absorbing some of the moon energy is great for you as well. But you lay them out however you would like. And then just they absorb the energy. Like you can see the light right now coming off of just a lamp that I have. But that's basically the same kind of imagery that would happen from the moon. It would just be kind of shining on it. No, they're probably not going to like all light up and be like a super cool show. But I'm sure they'll glisten because they glisten just from regular indoor light. So, of course, they're going to glisten in the moon. But they're going to be absorbing that moon energy, and it's feminine energy, and it's so awesome. They love it. It makes them happy. It makes you happy, and it keeps the crystal world going round. With this, the selenite, it is also a crown chakra, and then also your third eye chakra as well. Along with this one, the selenite, I believe. No, this is the selenite. This one is, they're all so close, so it's so difficult. Don't judge me. No, you can. That's fine. But anyway, this one is the selenite, and this one is the celestite. Both of these combined together are like phenomenal energy. And if you're just starting out getting into crystals, I wouldn't really say like gung-ho and dive right into them, because it can be a lot. If you end up holding crystals that you're not fully ready for, as soon as you pick them up and you put them in the palm of your hand and you close your hand, you will instantly know, like right away, like especially the clear quartz. Clear quartz is a great starter. Clear quartz, rose quartz, even the fluorite is a great starter. But starting with either the celestite or the selentite, I don't recommend. It's a lot of energy, and if you are not used to it, it can literally make you nauseous, lightheaded, dizzy, kind of out of your element because you're not used to these elements. So just be careful and cautious with that. Again, if you have any questions, definitely leave them in the comments below. Suggestions, different crystals that make you feel good, help you with grounding, focus, any of your favorite crystals, just leave them in the comments below. I would love to read about them. But yeah, I think that about wraps it up. And oh, this is the book that I use, one of them. I have a couple. Crystals, Modern Guide to Crystal Healing. And it's by, I cannot pronounce correctly, Julia Van Doren. And it's awesome. It's just like a super quick, easy little guide thing. It was like, what, $15 at Barnes & Noble's. And it just has a lot of great information in it, and I do use it a lot, but not all. This has like basically, I want to say, it has like your main crystals, because not all of these are in them, but main crystals, and it goes in, basically gives you like kind of like an introduction, different contents that it has, and tries to give you like that base care of what crystals you should have, and kind of like a crystal guide. It's basically what it is. It's a crystal guide, but for chakra healing, and then meditation, and here, your goals. So like essential rock stars, like certain crystals you should have that will help you basically almost through anything, or at least getting started. So like your starter pack, so to speak, but so many different things. And then in the back here, it just kind of goes through and explains to you, like, excuse me, what different crystals are, what they look like. And I do find that a lot of the newer ones that I'm getting, because as my awareness heightens, you know, so does my crystal collection, which is awesome, but they're not in here. So for that, I say Google. Google has just about everything and anything. And if you get a stone and you're like, oh my gosh, I have no idea what this could possibly mean, I can't remember what the guy said at the store, just type it in. Okay, it's like a clear crystal looking stone or quartz maybe, or anything you think that it could be. Even with the shungite, like, it's in my book and everything, but use it as an example. Like, it's a flat, dark black stone. And then if you can remember, oh, it was good for like fighting off bacteria. Type that into Google. It'll bring you something up. Look at the images and just try to see if you can find one that looks like the one that you have. And 9 times out of 10, you're going to find what you are looking for. If for some reason you can't, and you can go back to that store, or even ask a friend if they're kind of like awakened and they know a little bit about crystals, be like, hey, I just got this at a market and da-da-da, and do you have any idea what it is? Because I can't remember. Or you can always go to a library. They have books on crystals as well. And yeah, there's information everywhere. We're just living in such a fast-paced world. It's hard for us to just stop and breathe and smell the roses, so to speak. So I'm gonna just kind of probably close it out there. If you've watched this to the end, props to you, and I definitely appreciate it. Leave a comment below, because it's awesome. This was definitely a lengthy video. I think we're going into almost an hour. But this is definitely more of what I want to be having my videos about. And editing, I don't want to blame it all on the editing, but definitely going through my shifts and everything, I greatly appreciate y'all being interested and kind of like being patient with me, because great things are coming. Great things are coming. But again, with the cards and all that, just kind of going slow and steady wins the race here. So yeah, until next time, peace, much love, and I will see y'all next time. So hey guys, closing out my video. I know at the beginning I had started that I was like, oh, it's gonna be a short, quick mini video. Definitely not. And I have still like this face mask on, and it's kind of made my like face yellow because I'm only supposed to leave it on for a few minutes, but it's been like over an hour. So I just wanted to kind of close out correctly and properly. I appreciate again y'all watching through it. If you have, like, woo, thank you so much. I appreciate it. And yeah, stick with me. So much great stuff to come, and I hope you have an amazing day and weekend. And I will see y'all next time. Ooh, and the mask that I was wearing, or I am wearing, is, I'm assuming it's going to be backwards. Yeah. It's this guy right here. It's the Two Oceans by Cape Town Moisturizing Botanical Facial Mask with turmeric, and vitamin C extract. But yeah, I'm going to go try to like get this off my face now. And I will see y'all next time. Bye.